I'm not ready. I'm not ready anymore. I'm scared. All right. Awesome. Somebody just bought something. Maybe not. Maybe that's not right. Well, where's my shit? Anthony Hopkins.
On his dash cam,
Dude, I
you
don't want
decide.
this. Come on. Come on. Come on. I just want to. There we go. Now I can see myself. It's very important. You don't know I'm pretty. All right, everything's good, yeah? That sounds right. All right, let me get some tunes going here. Nice. I'm kicking off a little Pantera walk. And let's see, what else? Get my little consoles up. Maybe. There you go, activity feed, all right. Okay then. Guess I'm gonna put the wind up. Walk on home, boy. I don't know, suddenly I'm just thinking about Gene Wilder in Young Frankenstein. You gave me an happy, normal brain? Rage was the name of the unknown biochemical that caused 28 days later, right? They were asking, like, what happened? We released the rage. I just don't want to listen to that. I don't. I don't. Hates those Mises to pieces. Here we go. Tool schism. That seems appropriate. This is why I have a 2x4 reinforced drawing board. The Kurgan. You know what this ape needs is some more wine. Brought to you by Costco's finest Malbec from the hills of Tennessee. I'm not really listening to Rage Against the Machine. It is such a good idea. Sure to make the body drop. Our buddy Honest Gamer was asking me if we were going to be on tonight. So I'm sure he'll show up at some point. He's got a lot of responsibilities, I know. Honest Gamer. He's been on most nights we've been. I'm not sure they're interested in the drawings, they're interested in you, as I recall. Take a step back. Take a step back. Gotta take steps. Step back and look at the gist. Gist. Special. my shapes right. Look at my shapes right. Look at my shapes. A reference is only reference. It should not dictate the results. However, when the reference has got better abstract shapes than what you're working on, it's time to take pause. Has to start somewhere and has to start sometime. What a better place than here. What a better place than now. I really think the Rage Against the Machine was heavily influenced by Dr. Seuss. I don't know, did I? Or to quote Tim Curry, we are all animals, my dear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a man Frank shit right there. Guy's badass. You know, you don't really think of museum curator as badass. You don't think that guy's like the hard pipe hitting badass. And then it's like, nope, not today. Not on this curator's watch. Very very trepidatious about moving forward till I feel like I really just captured what I'm trying to. Well, to quote William Wallace, gotta keep my faculties. We'll get to the sketch. Pseudo quote. Paraphrase. Let's start. Flippity flop. If you look around and you don't see a joke, maybe it's you. Yeah, I don't think I find that many occasions to quote Moonstruck. I don't. Occasionally you chick flick out on me. Is that Nicolas Cage? Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Nicolas Cage. Shaquille Brow. Confronting a man's brow. It's personal. Love this freaking helicopter fly that comes around only at night when we're doing this. Queasy still in town? Guess not. Oh, I was asking if you were around. Yeah, it is. It's so terrible. Pussy hot dog. Say again? Yeah, that's not exclusive to you. People that don't eat go to the hospital. Yeah. Smilex. It's the combination of the pharmaceuticals. Yeah, I think of it as vector fields. When the gesture drawing contaminates the space around it, it becomes a vector field of energy. Yeah. It's kind of a visual effects term, but it is how I think of space around us. That we move it. The power of my mind. No, no. No, we gotta take a few days off because I gotta go to LA. So we'll be back on Monday night. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Good night. I didn't say anything. Oh, you mean position wise? I'm about to pull a do what I say, not what I do. Turn on the fan. Get a little false ventilation here. Never do this in Elf Kids. It's a nice effect though, right? Where the fucking fly? Not that fan anymore. A great idea was this, Jesus. It's kind of cool. I'm kind of liking it. Is anybody out there watching? Does anybody else like it? We're sitting alone in Maker now. Dude, if this frickin' thumbnail is gonna pull people in, I don't. I mean, Jesus, is it just Twitch all about titties? Is that it? I want every night to be a dopamine hit. Nice. Well, I get my dopamine from said making art and talking to people. Oh, Debbie. Somebody just show up? What do you think? What do you think of my screaming monkey? Here's the thing about charcoal, is it's not all the same. This charcoal is harder than pressed charcoal, but it's actually not as freaking dark as vine or wood. Hi, nice. Nice to see you, man. You said you'd show up and you did. Good to see you. It's going all right. It's going all right. I mean, I'm liking the piece actually. So that's cool. How's your night? Same old, same old. You know, you take for granted same old, same old. Sometimes same old is not bad. I've had plenty of not same old in a not good way, and then you find yourself wanting some same old. But, you know, then I take the actions that cause same old to go away. I think that's a whole, like, own worst enemy thing. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it, actually. No matter how big your ego is, you know? Sometimes just somebody saying, hey, I like what you're doing is like, kind of a freaking bomb, man. This type of just random shit. We actually, my partner and I were talking about that last night. Because you showed up at the end and you said positive things. It was just like, man, that made it all better. Made it all good. But we totally appreciated you. Um, yeah. I mean, I feel like I kind of need to be connected. You know, I've done a lot of commercial work in my life, mostly in the movie industry, and it's like, yeah, I'm kind of done with that. So, like, you know, things I'm not connected with, I mean. So, like, I would actually really like to do commissions, but, like, a little bit unique. Like, I want to know, you know, I want to know more about the person or the project, or be like, yeah, you know, like, let's connect and make something meaningful and awesome, as opposed to just, like, you know, being a commercial artist. Moga! Moga! Hello, Moga. Moga. Hello, Bo Crazy. Good to see you. That was my best Frankenfurter impersonation. That's pretty much all I got. Yeah, you missed me committing a crime against humanity a minute ago. I whipped out my Krylon acrylic spray and just nailed this thing indoors with the fan on and the doors open. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm doing it. How many years I got left anyway? Well, thank you for coming to the party. Or if you're a movie fan, see you at the party, Victor. What movie that's from? Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, dude. My time is live. I just noticed. Sorry, I missed your previous thing. Character in mind, style would look amazing with. Dude, I'd like to hear about that. So creature effects was like my thing that I did in movies for years, but I got really, you know, I'm not gonna blame anybody but myself. Just got really caught up in the you know, the commercial part of it. So it's just like I could do anything, so I did anything, and kind of lost my passion along the way. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of money and do the Super Bowl commercial for a car company, and you know, eventually you end up here saying, I'm not gonna do another goddamn Honda commercial for the Super Bowl. But, you know, a commission for like-minded people with, you know, something that's exciting or cool, hell yeah. That sounds awesome. Medusa. Ain't nothing wrong with Medusa. She's just a misunderstood woman. Literally, actually. Wasn't the mythology that she was like the most beautiful woman in the world or something, and she got really boisterous and claimed she was better looking than like Athena or something, and Athena's like, yeah, you can eat my ass, and turned her into Snake Lady or something? Isn't that like the mythology of Medusa? Which reminds me, by the way, another story. One of the highlights of my career, I got to meet Harryhausen. Bam! I said it. I met Harryhausen. It was fucking awesome. So his book had just come out, and it was a book signing in Santa Monica. And a buddy of mine was, I don't know, he was on the inside, and he invited me. He knew I was into it. Strangely enough, what's his name? Fahrenheit 451 author was there. I guess they're buddies. Oh, for fuck's sake. Who wrote Fahrenheit 451? Nobody? Let me go into Google. Ray. No. Yeah, his name was Ray too. Ray. Shit. Not Ray Harryhausen. Another Ray wrote. Yeah. I mean, there's like shades of black and white going on here. There's definitely an earth tone happening coming through from the paper. I'm also using tungsten lights, so there's going to be a warmth. We've color corrected the Ray Bradbury. Ha! Yes! Thank you. I was going to have a mental seizure over that one. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, we color corrected the lights at 3200, so, but they're still like probably coming out warm on you. What's it look like? Actually, you know what? Because we're color compensating down, it's actually bringing cools in, isn't it? Are you probably seeing cool color in the whites? That's cool. Yeah, then I started this at 9:30 CST, so an hour and a half ago. I started this. Yeah. I love scribbling. I do love scribbling. Uh, yeah, I mean, a lot of artists use the word knocking it back. Yeah, I'm knocking it back. I perpetually have mechanic looking dirty hands. Actually, mechanics at this point usually wear gloves, so they're cleaner than I am. Yeah, it's just this like, you know, how profound do you want each one stroke to be? It's essentially like, okay, that was, you know, you're not feeling it. Knock it back a bit, bring it back up, knock it back, bring it up. It's like a constant arm wrestling match. So like the rubbing it with the hands, it like, might diminish the impact of any one specific stroke, and bring it into cohesion with the rest. A little more ensemble. Um, I guess it's kind of honestly like three states of mind. One is like articulating a stroke when you're in there and you're kind of granular, and then the second kind of would be the like you're saying rolling with the hands, knocking it back, and then the third is when you step you step way back and you're like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? And is it working right overall? And do I need to course correct in a larger way? And at least that's how I work. Like right now I'm working with like multiple mediums. So like they're all kind of saying different things. So you can see that pastel I just put on this big ass brush totally looks different than that Conte I was just diddling at. And you got to do it enough. You got to have enough repetition of each one of those different mediums on top of each other, because otherwise you actually end up with this like kind of glaring different tonalities. Like you were commenting a minute ago, you were kind of seeing colors in there because there actually are different tonalities to each one of these whites and each one of these blacks. They're not exclusive. They're not. It's not just black and white. It's not digital medium, right? Where you say black, and it's like, oh, I got black because I said black. Nah. There's many a black. There's a whole diatribe you got because you asked me one question. I feel generally pretty good about this, but I've lost some of my important gesture here. I also feel that scribbling kind of activates what I call the active observer. You're not instrumenting. You're not telling the picture what to be. You're not executing your gang per se. You're more like in the yin state. You're an observer. You're like, okay, what do my eyes say they want to see right now? As opposed to telling my eyes what they're seeing right now. And then when you're just asking your eyes what they want to see, you can kind of get this like this phenomenon where you can see things that aren't copacetic with what your eye wants to see. And sometimes that's good, right? You want to be surprised, right? So that's part of being an active observer. It's like, oh wait a minute, that's weird, but I like it, right? Or that's an aberration and I don't like it. And so I think that the knocking it back is an active moment there of what is my active observer mind's eye want to see right now, and let's just push it until I feel that feedback loop from my own perception system that says, yes, I'm looking at a big ass gorilla who is having some form of angry bowel movement. Like this guy. And there's wine or scotch. Very important part of the process. Yeah, yeah. You were saying like last night. I think you were saying that you like to go to Comic Cons with your dad, right? And collect work. So who's your favorite artist? Other than me, because we just met. You know, not ready to fall in love just yet. Gotta warm up for that. Hard Sherm. I have to refresh my memory on that. Hmm. Yeah. That's cool. It's kind of a style fusion. It's got some anime. It's got some western. It's soft. It's kind of got an airbrushy look. It's still got hard lines, like it's comic influenced. Compositions though are a little more complex. Got depth. It's fun. Yeah, man. Right. Cool. Nice. Active observer. What do I need to do now? Let's ask the man behind the curtain. Man in the box. What is the thing that's standing out? Jim Lee. Wow. So I have a little bit of a Jim Lee story. So I was really into comics young, um, and I went to a convention at the age of 14, and I met Jim Lee. He was there promoting his very first comic he ever did with Dan. Producer's name was Dan. Man, it was a lot like Dan Draper. Something like that. Anyway, he was the producer. It was War Journal, Punisher War Journal, #1. He was there promoting. He just graduated. And the funny thing about Jim Lee, I'm not sure everybody, I don't know if it's common knowledge, he got a medical degree. He was supposed to go to, he's supposed to be a doctor. And his dad was there, as I recall. And it was like this kind of like thing he had with his dad that if he could make it as a comic book artist, then fine. And his dad was going to like give him this chance. It's like, yeah, you got to get a medical degree. But after that, if you want to try this silly little comic thing, and if you succeed, great. If not, you have to be a doctor. And it just so it turns out Jim Lee became Jim Lee. But yeah, I got a picture somewhere of me as a smiling, dorky 14-year-old with Jim Lee. And he was, smiling or dorky because he was like right out of school. He's like, I'm making comics. He was like, yeah, it's cool, I'm making comics. Yeah. Well, Mr. Lee did well for himself. But not everybody did, dude. Was it like McFarlane went freaking bankrupt? Like, I don't even know his whole story. I know he fucked up, or somebody fucked him, or something bad happened to one of his orifices. Something. What is the story of McFarlane? Like, how did he fall? Yeah, that sucks, man. Because he was the organizer more than Jim Lee back then. He was one of the big, he was kind of the drive behind image and all that. Hello, Nemo Japan. Coming in with your Nahungus. Yo, great big Nahungus. Yeah, it's just me and my monkey. Bo in the dark with his monkey. I think I've talked about you actually on this stream a few times. I don't know. I've never used your name, but maybe you know the story. Do you know the story of how we were just discussing how McFarlane went? Oh, I'm way past insane. Oh dear. Yeah, we were just discussing how McFarlane fucked up. Like, how did he go bankrupt? What was that story? I bet you know. No fair Googling. He probably did something dumb, you know, like started manufacturing freaking toys and made a whole bunch of money and then had a whole bunch of overhead and got eaten alive. Why is this business bullshit, I bet. It happens to the best of us. I don't think I could claim that every single decision I've made has been the right one. In fact, I think I can closer claim almost every single decision I've made has been the wrong one. But it's been a hell of a ride. Yeah. A friend of mine was like co-director on that, Spaz Williams, and he's told me a few war stories. Strangely enough, they weren't negative. He was not negative about the film. I'm like, really? Because it was like notoriously the biggest fucking flop of the time. By the way, you've defined my style of art. Bernie did the. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, you pretty much defined my style of art with one comment you made one day, which is you just make a mess and then clean it up, kind of like your life. And I'm like, yeah. That's probably the commentary I made about you so far on this stream. This is about my friend in Tokyo. I've talked about Tokyo in here a lot. Anybody who's still in the room has heard me before, so we talk about Tokyo. Yeah, well, when you don't want a therapist that talks back, but you do like to talk to yourself, get a Twitch account. It's a little bit embarrassing though, because even after all of the oh Jesus! That sucks. One fuck up and he got. Oh, God. I hope that's terrible. Dude. That's awful. I don't like that story. It makes me sad. I do worse than shit than that on any given Tuesday. Ugh. I forgot what I was going to say now. Completely wiped my brain. That's a peddling. Nice. So because of you guys, I'm currently at 21 out of 50 as far as a goal to get to affiliate. So that's cool because I've just been doing this like a little over a week. So and that's because of you. So cool. Thank you. Because this is like I think what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm gonna do this, like make art and interact with you guys. Because I have done a variety of other things. Most recently, I was in Tokyo, where I met Mr. Nemo Jippin, Mr. Nahongus himself. You disappoint me, puppy. And it was awesome for every reason except for the ones I went there for. Honestly, I could. Oh. Yeah. Shoot, no son of mine. You ain't no Daisy. Well, I definitely appreciate everybody being here. And if you want to come back, give myself a shameless promo here. Hit the fucking heart, so I can send you my heart on. Who wants to get my heart on sent to him? You know, you're chilling out, doing whatever you're doing. If you want more screaming monkey art from a screaming monkey in the dark, nice. Thank you. I had to ask you. Jesus. One of my like best friends in the freaking world. Like, could you pretty fucking please? Please? Pretty fucking please? Hit the fucking heart. Jesus fucking Christ. Almost halfway there. In like 10 days. We're like 22 in like 10 days, which, you know, 22 doesn't sound like, ooh, that's amazing, but yeah, you know, 10 days we're getting some traction. I mean, the whole reason we started doing this was the idea of like driving traffic to the website and e-commerce and all that shit. But now that I've gotten into it, I'm like, no. I'm much more into like these people that I'm meeting, you guys, the culture. Like, okay, this is how I'm gonna spend my nights. Frank Cho? Babes and Apes thing? Frank Cho? Wasn't he all soft and airbrushy? Am I wrong? Are you full of it? How's the doctor doing? I do miss her. She was awesome. Second favorite person in Japan. Yeah, the art, the reference, I've got like 5 different references, and this weird ass monkey has got black fucking teeth that I'm looking at. Built women, cave girls, and apes. I don't know, that sounds like a good place for vacation to me. Like our own personal Westworld, right? I'm gonna hang out that shit. I don't think I need to go less black on my teeth. I think I need to go more so that it looks like it's more of a paradigm. You're being censored. Oh, pervy on it show. Nice. Nice. What have you done lately? Can you post? Can you post? Can you put something in the chat that we can all see? Automod held a message for a reason. Jesus. This is scribbling. I was actually pumping, and I'm sure it went on to, did nobody heard it because they don't have any reference point, but I was actually talking about sugars last night. Was it Till the Air? I think it was last night. That's right. Gemins are better than the Gemins. Oh, yeah. So, dude, I got banned by Twitch yesterday for boobies. Yeah. Take pencils. Got a take pencil. Nice. Well, if you see if you can like post a link or something here, we'll look at it. Yeah, I got banned for boobies the other day. It was actually a picture I was doing of Michelle, and we just like got cut off midstream, and it said for adult nudity. I'm like, what in the crap? Because we'd actually already cleared that it was fine, and it was really distressing. I was upset, and then a few hours later, they emailed us and apologized, and like, yeah, no, you're on the right. It's fine. I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like, I was like demoralized. I'm like, we put all this effort in, we're just getting traction, and then whammo. Like, come on, man, eat all the poop in China. But no, Twitch totally apologized, course corrected. We were back up, and it was cool. Faith and humanity reaffirmed. So now I'm afraid to work on my wife's boobies again. Yeah, like Twitch is way better than YouTube. YouTube are just like these Nazis. Well, YouTube's more lenient. Like you can have, as long as you label it appropriately, you can have fine art nudity in your stream, which is cool because I'm gonna do that. But they're also like kind of Nazi-ish, and they'll out of the blue just like, nope, you're toast. Because I had an entire channel dismembered, like destroyed, desiccated, instantaneously for no reason by YouTube. Like I hadn't even posted a single video, and I got this email from them saying, for banned content, we're going to take a shit on your stream, and they destroyed my channel. Like zero warning. I'm like, what is that? Right? And I couldn't even get a hold of anybody to talk about it. Whereas Twitch is like, oh no, we're gonna have an intelligent conversation and take a look at it and be like, oh yeah, no, that's cool. Sorry. Sorry? Really? Alright, thanks. Dude, it might be a job for you at forensics. some buoy painting on here that yes, and I'm hoping you mean buoy painting on you, because that's what the world was ready to see, especially after all that weight you lost. Let's see the shredder. Let's see the shredder. So yeah, what we're gonna do. Actually, I want your opinion on this, Mr. Nahungus. What we're thinking about doing is hiring models, bringing in models, acquiring models, and doing exactly what we used to do in Tokyo, and have a model, live action model, but stream it on Twitch, stream it on YouTube. Maybe nude, in some cases nude, in some cases like cosplay or whatever, and like that is something you could participate in if you wanted to. Like, I don't know. I think we're like thinking about multiple cameras. At some point, we might like get all weird with it and have like a 3D camera so we could have dimensional stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like this could be cool as hell. So I feel like this is kind of in your two worlds of art and tech too. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. My time is live. I was very reassured that Twitch didn't just fucking kill us. We're up, we're doing it. I mean, seriously, like, come on. I mean, the thing that the picture that they were upset about was literally pastel on paper. Like, come on. Let's be adults. Yeah. YouTube seems totally cool. Like, there's all kinds of nude YouTube stuff for art. For Twitch, I figure we do cosplay, right? Like, yeah, trick the AI with my drawing. Yeah, I was thinking we'd do like some what you squeezle, some some like cosplay models. And apparently, there's a lot of cosplay models here in the Midwest that we could talk to, bring into the dungeon studio here, the vast dungeon studio. Since I basically just decided this entire floor of the house is mine, I have a 3,000 square foot studio. What do we need to do? Yes, you would. I'm also like, I kind of want to fuck with it. Yeah, it's not as bad as my old place. Yeah, which by the way, I still have eventually. Like, if you wanted to go hang out in my old place, you could in Tokyo. It's still basically, I still have it. And you're gonna really lambast me with like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know. Mostly because I'm dealing with the politics of Toyota right now. So yeah, there's still this big ass house in Dinochofu with my name on it. What was I about to say? I don't know. I had a thought. I'm having a thought. You still have the key, exactly. You can go in. You grabbed that art group that we never did. Oh shit. Let's have a party in Japan! Dude, there's definitely parts of Japan I just didn't get because I was on my own planet. Yeah, so I went to Japan to work for Toyota. So I worked on autonomous cars for Toyota. I went there to be the director of simulation for user experience, which basically means making a video game so that a human can experience autonomous cars in a simulator. But yeah, Nemo Japan no, you're not there for business. You do business because you're a businessman. You're there because you're romantically inclined to do so. Like, I know your story. You didn't go there for a job. You went there because you're a lovesick person, which is kind of the pot calling the kettle black. Yeah, exactly. Now I said, fuck it. I'm just rubbing chalk and pastel and burnt wood on paper because that is a better way to live life. I was excited about it when I went there, mostly because of the creative opportunity that I thought was going to be there, and that's not the case, but that's true anywhere. Like, it wasn't like exclusively Japan. Like any kind of corporation of that magnitude you work for, it's like, oh yeah, no, I totally bought the party line that this was going to be a situation where I was going to get to have positive influence on the world, for that matter, and participate in creating something of value, and they don't want you to create something of value. Yeah, you did build a family there. You're a family builder. You're an orphan acquirer is what you are. Just like me. You acquired me. I remember the moment you looked at me. Like, I think it was like I could literally see in your eyes, like, all right, do you want to invite this fucking guy? I don't know. All right, fine. Fine. Fuck. Cool, man. Well, thank you for checking in. It's good to hear from you. It is. I look like a lost puppy. I was a fucking lost puppy. I was. You were a finder of souls in Nippon. Nice. Very nice. Alright, man, cool. Thanks for checking in. We'll connect later. What I'm inclined to do right now is get out the paint and fucking go bombastic. Start splattering shit everywhere. And that is a whole nother chapter to this book. Like, I don't know that we're doing that tonight, because that's going to get messy and drippy and... What's that? Hey, you guys want to see me get squeezily? Nice. Thanks, man. Catch you on the flip-flop. Alright, we gotta excuse me for a second then. So I can get out my... I gotta get out my equipment. Gotta get out my guitar. That was a Desperado reference. Why is my computer restarting? That's not awesome. What the fuck just happened? It's weird. Alright. PC load letter. Exactly, I just got PC load letter. Gotta get a little bit of fluid. Actually, I can turn off this fan now. It's probably being hot on the mic. Dude, my house is just covered in charcoal ass fingerprints. Like everywhere I look. Like, I'll look more charcoal. I've got literally charcoal stains. Like, they usually don't wash off. I'm like, really? Yeah. Oh yeah. I kind of saw it coming. Alrighty. Let's see what happens when I eat toast. We're gonna need to take a moment. So what I like about this process is I like thinking about it like it's dodging and burning in a traditional photo, which is basically just letting in spots of light into your photo negative. This is back in the photochemical days, although obviously Photoshop has its simulation. And I just like pushing my darks down and bringing my lights up. And it has a couple of effects. One that does that, but it also then I'm adding this like tooth to the paper. So when I come after it dries, I come back and now all of a sudden, whatever dry medium I put on there just totally adheres. So I kind of get two things at once. And obviously there's the textural aspect. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he was important. Exactly. I have an airbrush, and I don't use it. Yeah, I'd be open to the possibility. I just haven't jumped that chasm because what I've got is doing what I want it to. But yeah, I hear you. But an airbrush is something I could explore more. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. I like how this thing is kind of transmuted. It's like half gorilla, half baboon, which is fine by me. I was using reference from both. Interesting. I like that. Nice. I like that. Fucking not. Let's do that. Let's do that now. Alright, I think I'm done with the black. Too close for missiles. Switching to guns. Top gun quote. I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna get out my white. See, this is the big advantage of wearing nothing but black. I can just wipe my shit off. Alright, let's get dirty with some white. Let's get dirty white. I like that. Dirty white. Can't have a burn without a dodge. Alright, Dan. Oh man, I'm making a fucking mess. Jesus Christ. What kind of man child am I? Alright. See what happens. Be a lot more conservative with the whites, I find. I'm standing for the camera. God damn it! Well, I have a splattered bike now. Splattered everything else for that fucking matter. Alright, I think we're just about done. I just jizzled all over all over my mocha. It's a bottom orgy mocha. That is exactly what it looks like. It's my process. Don't question my process. It's very sophisticated. It's a very sophisticated process. I think I'm just about done ejaculating on my monkey. But now I gotta let her dry before I can go back and work on her dry. Stay away from me. But thank God I got some Pantera playing in my ear. See, this is what happens when you don't stick around to supervise me. In case you hadn't noticed, when you're not around to supervise me, I do silly shit. Just saying, not the first time. It's all your fault. For this mess. No take responsibility for this mess. Alright. Let me clarify it. See, I'm not afraid. See, I just let this dry and then I come back, bring the drawing back. Might hit it with a little bit of Krylon, clear acrylic to finish locking down my powders, my powder cake. That's gonna take it's gonna take like 10 minutes for that shit to dry. I don't know, dry. Dry, motherfucker! I don't think it's working. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take like 10 minutes probably for that to dry. Well, my favorite lines from Raiders of the Lost Ark. What shall we talk about? All right, how many people are hanging out with us right now? Nice. All right. Well, I guess I should just let this dry, come back. Maybe I can find tomorrow. I can find some time to work on it before I get off. So here's the news. I gotta fucking go to LA tomorrow. Not that I resent going to LA for the reason I have to go to LA. I just resent going to LA because LA sucks. Because of family tragedy. So I won't be streaming again until Monday. Take Thursday and Friday off. So maybe I'll just let bottom pile of the orgy monkey here chill out until Monday, and then come back and finish him off, you know what I mean? But thank you, Nihungus, for showing up. Oh no, you just said be right back. So now you're not even here. I'm trying to do a salutation, and you're like, yeah, I'm out, bitches. Dude, thank you. My time is live for coming back. You said you come back. You came back. Let's talk more about your Gorgon. Let's talk about more about your Medusa on Monday. If you're around, please stop in. Let's talk about that. Like, I mean, I might just do it. Like, whatever. Commission's cool and all, but let's talk about your idea. Maybe I'll just do it for you. We'll see what happens. Because I'm always doing something. Looks like Medusa anyway. So, stop in on Monday. We'll talk about it, man. Thanks for coming.